is Rin Kim, and today I'm going to be doing my Chapter 5 test corrections. So the first question I got wrong was number 1, and the question reads, for questions 1 to 4, refer to the figure at the right. And number 1 specifically asked to find an altitude. So for this I chose B, which was line A and B, but it was actually incorrect, and the real answer is C, which is, the real answer is actually D, which is line C and F. Okay, so the reason for this answer is because an altitude is perpendicular from a vertex to the opposite side, and only CF is shown with the right angle mark. So this contradicts to my answer. Okay, so the next question I got wrong is question 4, and it asked to find a median. So for this I chose A, which was line D and E, but it was wrong, and the real answer is it's C, which is line G and B. So the reason for this is because a median connects a vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side, and GB connects G to the midpoint of B of CD. Okay, so the next question I got wrong was number 5, and it says, for questions 5 and 6, refer to the figure to determine which is a true statement for the given information. And for 5, it specifically asks for line AC is a median. So for this, I chose A, which is CD equals to 90. So this is actually incorrect, and the real answer was C, which is BC equals CD. So the reason for this is because a median splits the opposite side into equal parts, so that equals to BC being equal to CD. Okay, so the next question is 6. So it says line AC is angle bisector. So for this I chose C, which is BC equals to CD, but I was wrong, and the real answer is B, which is angle BAC is the same as angle DAC. Okay, so the reason for this is because angle bisector basically literally means the same, so I got it wrong because it doesn't mean it's the same, it means it equals the same, like the lengths and stuff. So yeah. Okay. Next question I got wrong is question 8, and it says list the angles of angle GHI in order from smallest to largest measures. So for this I did IG, H, GI, GH, IH, and I was totally wrong, and the real answer is GI being the smallest, and then GH, and then HI. And GI equals to 1.2, GH equals to 2, and HI equals to 3. This because opposite sides equals to opposite angles, and smallest side GI is the smallest angle, which is H. Middle side GH is the middle angle, which is I, and longest side HI is the largest angle, which is G. So it's HIG. So the final answer is angle H, angle I, and then angle G. Okay. The next question I got wrong was 9. And it says, if BD bisects angle ABC, find the value of x. So for this I wrote x equals 13, but I was actually wrong, and this is how I actually do it. So in the image given, it gives that 2x plus 30, and it also gives that 3x minus 4. So using that, I will connect them and make it equal, and then I'll solve it. 2x plus 30 equals 3x minus 4. 30 plus 4 equals x. So x equals 34. So my final answer is x equals 34. Okay, so the next question I got wrong was 10, and it says BD is the perpendicular bisector of AC. What is the perimeter of angle ABC? So for this I chose A, which is 5 centimeters. I was wrong, and it is actually D, which is 18 centimeters. The real answer is D because AB equals the square root of 4 plus 3 power of 2, and that equals to 5, and BC is the same, so BC equals 5, and the perimeter is 5 plus 5 plus 8 equals 18. So final answer is 18. Okay. So next I'm gonna do 11. And it says and it says measure less than angle 4 is. So for this I wrote angle 3 and angle 6, but it's actually wrong, and it's angle 1 and angle 2. It's this because angle 4 is an exterior angle and remote interior angles are 1 and 2. So yeah. Okay, so the next question I got wrong is number 12. It says measures greater than angle 8 is. So for this I wrote angle 7 and angle 2, but I was actually wrong, and it's it's angle 3 and angle 2. Okay, so next thing I got wrong was question 14, and it says Mr. Kim asked his students to write as many inequalities as possible using the angle relationships in the figure. Which of the following inequalities can not be justified using the information in the figure? So for this I wrote C, which is m angle 3 is bigger than m5. So I was actually wrong, and the real answer is the real answer is A. Okay, next. 15. So 15 says write an indirect proof given m angle 2 plus angle 3 does not equal to 180. Prove A is not parallel to B. Okay, so let's assume that A is parallel to B. So angle 2 and angle 3 would sum 180. And the reason why they would sum 180 is because they're perpendicular lines, which means when they're combined they sum to 180. And then so in conclusion, lines A and B are not parallel. Okay, the next question I got wrong was 16. And it says write an indirect proof given x power of 2 plus 8 is not bigger than 12. Prove x is not bigger than 2. Okay, so for 16, this is the given. And this is how I will solve it. So x2 4, and then I divide it, so it's x2, and then I have to prove by x2 by contradiction. So assume x is bigger than 2, then it equals to x in power of 2 larger than 4 equals to x power of 2 plus 8 bigger than 12. So in conclusion, x equals to 2. Okay. So the next question I got wrong was 17. And it says if BD is an altitude of angle ABC, find the value of x. So for this, I wrote x equals 11.6. I was wrong, and the real answer is so that given the angles, okay, so given the x2 plus 17 and given 3x minus 2, I have to form a right angle, so the sum has to equal to 90 degrees. So 2x plus 17 plus 3x minus 2 equals 90. Okay, so 5x plus 15 equals 90, and then 5x equals 75. So simplifying it, x equals 15. Okay, my final answer is x equals to 15. Okay, so the next question I got wrong is 19. So D is 0, 0. E is 0, 7. F is 6, 3. And the equation of DE equals 0. And its vertical line. Sorry about my handwriting because I lost my Apple Pencil, so I'm just writing it with my fingers. So perpendicular slope equals to 0, and it's horizontal. Okay, I'll bring my working here. Okay, and then through F equals to Y equals 3, and then equation of DF is slope equals to 3 out of 6, which is 1, 2, and then perpendicular slope equals to -2 and passes through E, which is 0, 7. Okay, and then Y equals to -2x plus 7, and it intersects with Y equals 3. So 3 equals -2x plus 72x equals 4x equals 2. So the orthocenter is 2 and 3. And this is the final answer. Okay. So the next question, the last question I got wrong is 20, and it says PS is a perpendicular bisector of line QR, and line QR is the perpendicular bisector of line PS. If PQ equals 2x plus 9 and PS equals 5x minus 12, find x. So for this, we have given, which is PQ equals 2x plus 9 and QS equals to 5x minus 12. So if PQ and QS are equal, bisected, they set them equal. So 2x plus 9 equals to 5x minus 12. 21 equals 3x, so x equals to 7. So our final answer would be x equals to 7. That's it. Thank you. Bye.